Hello and welcome.
Ooh.
Welcome to another live taping of the Was It Good podcast right here on www.internet.com.
That's Brett's website.
I know.
We can't steal his website.
I am, as always, joined by Krishna and Arjuna. I'm Ravi. And we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to do a throwback.
Ooh.
Throwback to another time.
Another place.
Literally another time, a 2016.
Can you talk, Christian?
Yes, I can. My name is Krishna, and right now, if you're confused about why I just took over this entire pod to promote myself, the reason is Arjuna has to do a mic test, and so he is
Just for coming in very low.
Ooh. Well, do you want more energy? Hey guys, I'm
No,
Krishna.
just the mic. It's far from your mouth.
Yeah, just get it closer, bro.
Yeah, you always want the mic as close as possible to your mouth.
I feel like then I might be eating it
That's fine.
or licking it. Or
We're gonna get
spitting
those
into
new
it.
Rode mics.
Rode. Wait. What?
The
Yeah.
new microphones that I sent you.
The Shore?
Did you buy them?
No, I'm not going to buy them.
They seem expensive.
They're like $250.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah,
Pretty good?
pretty good.
You know what's better? $10.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Well, I'm good to start this thing off if you guys
You
are.
want to do a clap?
Here's a quick clap.
You're very zoomed in today.
You can zoom me out if you want.
I do. It looks a little weird. It's too close. Perfect. Yes. Right there. Right there's good. Yeah. There
It's a
we go.
little better.
Yeah. It's not as creepy. We don't see up his nose as far.
You have a nose.
I do have a nose. Anyways, we ready to do this thing?
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go.
Here we
3,
go.
2, 1. Happy Election Day if you live in the U.S. Welcome to. No, I'm gonna start over. I didn't like
That's fine.
that. I didn't like that at all.
That's cool.
Happy Election Day if you live in the U.S. Welcome to a special episode of Was It Good? I'm your host, Ravi, and I'm joined by my two brothers, Krishna and Arjuna. I don't know if you've heard, but people are voting today, so we thought it'd be fun to kick off this episode by comparing the movies of 2020 and the movies of the last major election year in 2016. If you're watching on twitch.tv/wasitgood, please drop us a comment on your favorite movie from 2016 and 2020 respectively, and we shall elect a winner between those two movies.
Yes. Wow. Well, you're really trying to get the engagement up there. Well done. Well done, Ravi. Yeah. Even though that was my idea and you stole it from me by saying it.
You wrote it for him.
I know. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I think that's gonna be cool. Yeah, just give us your favorite movies.
You're
from
a company man
those 2
today, huh?
years.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Work was a bit light today, so I could really, focus on.
You had some coffee
us.
as well, right?
Well, no, this is actually I had tea, and this is decaf coffee, so it's not.
As
real.
as your company man, can I ask you, what is 5G?
5G is what we all. Wow, lagging cheese. I don't know if you know this, but our podcast comes out tomorrow. You bum. And this is election fraud. You know why? I don't know why.
Little ASMR right there. Well, this is our shoot the shit podcast.
Yes,
so
this
we are
we are very much
shooting the shit.
The shit.
We should do a segment when it's like the Shooting the Shit podcast,
Yeah.
where at the very end we kind of grade ourselves on like, hey, was what the fuck we just spoke about any good?
I'm giving myself 105% every time.
105%.
105%.
We're just going to go out there and give it our all and hope for the best.
And give it 100%.
100%.
Well,
no.
speaking of that reminds the Key and Peele sketch, right?
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, Aaron Rodgers did the Hinkle McCrinkleberry celebration.
Oh, he did.
Versus
Yes.
the Buccaneers. And the best part is, once he did the celebration, the Buccaneers, I think, scored 35 straight points, and the
Yeah.
Packers got blown out.
Yeah. It was hilarious because that was trending all over Twitter.
Yeah.
And I think like 10 minutes later, it was like it meant nothing. In fact, it was worse than nothing. He like spurred on Tom Brady to destroy the Packers.
Tom Brady sucks.
Wow. Arjun, I know you hate him, but how can you even say that?
He does.
At the end of this football season, are you going to do a solo podcast where you look at Tom Brady and you ask the age-old question of, was
Was it
Tom Brady good in the 2020-21
I can do it right now.
NFL
I
season?
can do it right now. Look at the camera. Tom Brady was not good, and he sucks a pile of doo-doo.
You know, that you're a very good politician in saying things that aren't true,
What do you mean it's not true?
statistically speaking.
Yeah.
Chris-
He has wins.
You're the Donald Trump
No,
in terms of giving stats and information about
it's not true.
a subject matter.
Donald Trump. Yeah, you know what?
Actually, they're the
Tom
same
Brady
person.
and
There you
Donald
go.
Trump, literally the same person.
I mean, now, if you mean like, if you're talking about something specific, like Tom Brady sucks like dill pickles, okay, you might be right. I can't refute that, but
Is there any way to actually get like factual evidence if someone
sucking dill
a
pickles,
dill pickles?
I think social media would be the only way,
Interesting.
or family members,
Family
sending
member
in,
like giving
yeah,
that's kind of
really
weird.
giving you up, really.
Well, anyway, let's kind of keep it political. There's not a whole lot of major news coming out. And typically, we save our Monday, Tuesday podcast for, the news cycle, right? Obviously, the big one is Mandalorian. Great fucking show. Episode 2 is coming out later this week. Make sure you check out. We do have an episode on Friday, once again live on Twitch as well for the Mandalorian season 2. But we were brainstorming here, like, hey, what can we talk about? There's this little thing called an election, obviously happening.
Very little,
Very little.
Very
not
small.
not even a big deal.
inconsequential.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
And sorry, I just got slacked for work stuff. So.
Nice.
And we were looking, what's an interesting angle that we could take? And the interesting angle obviously would be the last big election, right? 2016. It was, at this time in 2016, Obama's legacy was coming to an end. His term in office was coming to an end. And it was also a great fucking year for movies. Now, some would argue it's not fair to compare 2016 to 2020 because we had a pandemic going on.
Right.
But I like to think that it is somewhat fair to compare.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic could have been handled a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And maybe we would have gotten some good movies this year, i.e. a Tenet. I mean, it did come out, but I didn't see it, so to me, it never came out.
Yeah, right. No, I think that's a great point.
Would have
actually.
gone like Black Widow.
Yep, Black Widow's another one.
What's that? That's the two Disney Plus series, WandaVision and
Well, we still are
Falcon.
allegedly going to get WandaVision by December. That's the last public comments that Disney made. So
And they've been dark ever since.
I love Arjuna's optimism there. Wonder Woman 1984 was another one that was supposed to come out this year.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's it's been a lot.
Dune.
Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate
did
to
that get
say it.
pushed back?
That got pushed
That's
back.
almost pushed back to 2022 at this point.
Wow.
Dune was supposed to come in December.
We
That's
saw, we
been
saw
pushed
that
back.
on last Friday.
Oh
Mandalorian.
man, well, that was a
Chapter
sneak. That was a sneak preview.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, right.
But when you look back at the last year that we had a competent president and
Wow.
a department for health that could actually do stuff to prevent these things. We had some really good films. My personal favorite, Captain America: Civil War.
That was your favorite?
For 2016, I would say it's like top 5.
Wait, but you didn't like it when it came out.
Civil War?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like all things in
It
life,
aged better.
it aged better.
Kind of like Rogue One, which was number 2 on that list.
Go to hell.
What?
What?
You have said. Was it good, Dr. Fauci edition? Sorry, that was just a comment from our chat. For anyone who's listening and is confused by
Suicide Squad also came out in 2016.
Wow, that's what you're gonna bring up? Deadpool came out in 2016.
So like I said, we had 2016 was a fantastic year and also an emotional roller coaster of films.
Yeah.
This year's just been a roller coaster of, just everything sucking. What would you say, Rogue One, Deadpool, Suicide Squad?
Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice came out in 2016.
That came out in 2016.
Yeah. So by the way, so you're saying you got this rosy glasses on right now. You're like 2016
Well, hold on,
was such a better year, which
okay,
it was.
okay,
Objectively
sure,
speaking, definitely
sure.
was. But yeah, there were obvious Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice
Sure.
might be bad enough
Right.
to invalidate the entire year of movies. It might be that bad.
But hold on a second. My point though is we may have had these very terrible films or whatever.
Yeah.
But the big thing is that you could still go to the movie theater and see these terrible films.
Yes.
This year I've not been able to do that.
Okay.
So 2016 movies over 2020 movies, hands down, because the experience is not there. I would, like, if somehow the pandemic disappeared tomorrow, like, gone.
Yeah.
And you could go to the movie theater, and theaters were like, you know what? We're picking a year. The last great year of a president, 2016. And they would only show the 2016 films. I'd go see Suicide Squad
What?
in theaters.
Why?
Because
That
it's,
movie is dog shit.
hold on a second. But, like, if they opened up tomorrow and, like, you could only go see 2016 films, you have been denied. Okay? You've been denied for
Sure.
safety reasons, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Very good safety reasons. But you've been denied the ability to go see a film. And if they said, for some fucked up reason, don't know why, you can only see 2016 movies, you wouldn't at least say, you know what, fuck it, I've got a free afternoon. Let me just go see this terrible movie.
Suicide
Not for
Squad? No.
Suicide Squad.
Not for
There-
Suicide?
There
What
are
about
much
Batman
better
versus
movies. There are
Superman?
much better
No,
movies to
no,
go see that came
no.
out in 2016 than Suicide
I
Squad
want,
or
I
Batman
want
v
the whole
Superman.
list.
I
right
would.
now.
I would.
I
What?
I can't
What do you
make
mean
you-
the whole list? There's
can't
too many
give you the
movies.
whole list right now, but I could, I would rather go see Captain America: Civil War.
Well,
I'd
of
rather
course.
go see Rogue One. I'd rather go see Zootopia. I'd rather go see The Jungle Book.
Wait, Zootopia came out in 2016?
Yes,
Yes,
it did.
yes,
London
sir.
has fallen.
That was
Came out in 2016.
that's
I'd rather
another
go
good
see
one.
Deadpool 10 times than any of those other Batman v Superman or Suicide Squad.
10
So-
Cloverfield Lane.
yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane was great.
I actually haven't seen that yet. I
That's
feel
not
bad.
the one with John Goodman, is it?
It is
think
the
it
one
is,
with John
right?
Goodman.
Oh, that's the one where he acid burns the
Yes.
kid.
Wait, he goes on an acid trip?
Well, no, he takes
Oh.
he takes like this survivor
Yeah.
who he realizes is flirting with this girl, and he kills him and uses acid to get rid of the body. It's very fucked up.
Wait. Actually, so real quick here, we've got some comments that we should hit on. Miko Matter. Every movie was better than Suicide Squad.
Thank you.
What about Batman versus Superman? Can you
Man, those stats
objectively
really-
say?
yeah.
Can you objectively say Suicide Squad? Suicide Squatter. Suicide Squad was worse than Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
I found a movie that's worse than Suicide Squad. And I don't know if either
That
of you
came
saw
out in
it.
2016?
Yes, Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt.
Oh,
Never
you know
saw
what?
it.
I
Never saw
saw
it.
half of that on a plane because someone in front of me was watching it, and it looked really bad. So
Do you-
I had no desire. to
I
ever
do
see
that a lot. Like from when I remember going on a plane
back in the day.
back in the day. This was a 2019 thing. But yeah, did you ever notice like you'll sit and you have your own screen, but then somebody in front of you is watching a movie, and you can't help but just kind of like
Yeah.
peer and watch?
So
That happened.
So this is something that's happened a few times, right?
Mhm.
Now, certain airlines do not censor. Like they put in all kinds of movies from rated, G all the way to rated R.
Yep.
Kids flying on planes. I remember just like looking over one time, and there's a full-on. I don't remember the movie. There's a full-on sex scene happening on this person's, little monitor in front of me. I'm like, what if I was a little child? What if I was like a 5-year-old, 5-year-old? I'm just like, what is that, mommy? Like what? It's sometimes it's a little bit. It's not. It's bad.
Yeah, I remember. So as many people know, that we went to Japan last year.
Do many people know that?
Yeah, you actually can check out a vlog about it on our YouTube page. Was it
Oh.
good? We have a vlog about our first, our family trip to Japan. Very well done. Really encompasses what we did on our trip. But it was a very long flight over to Japan. I think I watched like 4 or 5 movies on that flight. But yeah, like it's so easy to just to like screen cheat essentially, right? Like just be distracted by all the other screens around you. And sometimes it makes it hard to focus on the movie you're watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I think I forgot what movie I had. I think I had The Art of Self-Defense.
Oh,
on
yeah, that's a good
the
one.
first time that when we were heading there, and I just kept watching over it. Someone was watching like, I think, Infinity War in front of me.
Yeah.
And I watched more
Of course, that's
Infinity War
distracting.
on the screen in front of me than I was watching The Art of Defense, which is, by the way, a great movie.
Very good.
I actually enjoyed it
Yes.
quite much, a lot. But,
Yeah.
So
One of my favorite things to do, actually, despite all of that, one of my favorite things to do on a flight is watch movies that I need to catch up on, because the library that you normally have on a flight is like movies that came out 6 months to a year ago. I feel like a year plus, right?
Yeah.
Or a couple years ago. Some of the ones that you missed, maybe they didn't see in theaters, or you just missed on
American
rental or
Airlines,
whatever.
JetBlue both have great
Yeah.
libraries.
And
I will say that.
so I do like going on a flight and being like, oh, like especially if I go like West Coast to East Coast, like I got 5 or 6 hours, I can squeeze in like 2 to 3 movies.
Yeah.
But then I fall asleep because I fall asleep everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. You have a superpower of being able to fall asleep wherever and whenever.
I could fall asleep right now.
You could.
You know what other amazing film came out in 2016?
Don't say it.
The Purge.
Yeah.
Election year.
Yes.
Is that film still relevant today?
Yes. What do you mean? Is it? It's more relevant now than it ever has been in our lives.
Is it more? Is it gonna happen?
The Purge?
The Purge election year. Is it now gone from a movie to a documentary?
I mean, I went down to Santa Monica this morning for my daily walk or whatever, and they've started boarding up the promenade, all the stores. They're boarding everything up.
Yep.
Arjun, you were saying earlier today the National Guard.
Oregon's declared a state of emergency.
I think Oregon and something about Massachusetts either deployed the Coastal Guard or the National Guard or something.
Yeah.
It's already starting.
It feels like, honestly, it's funny that we're talking about movies because this period right now,
Feels like a movie.
it feels like a movie. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could say the whole year, but this right now, doesn't it feel like the climax? It feels like the climax of the movie.
Yeah, because anything that happens after the next
Will be like
48
falling
hours
action
will
or
be the
whatever.
fallout.
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
I mean,
Or it'll be the sequel.
Or it's the beginning of the sequel.
no, I mean 2020. Like if you look at it like as a movie, I think Christian is right. Like tomorrow, the next this week is the pinnacle,
Yeah.
and then it's the down arc or it's the down part.
Are you
Well,
saying
we'll see,
are
we'll
you saying
see.
Christmas is the after credit scene?
Basically.
Yeah, actually, if we make it to Christmas is hopefully it's the happy ending.
And then if the aliens pop up, if the aliens pop up, that's the after credit scene.
Real quick.
Because that just
Yeah.
changes fucking everything.
You're right, and the sequel is Independence Day 3.
Yeah, exactly.
So the after credit scene is Arjuna putting up Christmas decorations too early, right? And then Krishna and Ravi come home, yell at him, and
Come
then,
home?
and then
But there's nowhere to come home to. We're
you,
always
okay,
home.
you guys come upstairs. Let's say that, right? I'm like putting up the tree,
We
and
come
then you
home
guys
from our
you have
rooms.
the low shot like from the tree, maybe like from the perspective of Megatron, right? You guys come up the stairs, and then like you guys yell at me, and we like start to fight, and then like I drop like an ornament ball, right? And then you just kind of hear us arguing, and we walk off, and the sound kind of decreases, and we kind of focus in on the ornament ball, and out of the ornament ball, it's not actually an ornament ball, it's an alien egg, and out of it comes a little claw. I mean, just cut to black. End of the movie.
I mean, it wouldn't make any sense.
But it would be cool.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Christian,
You're right. No, you're right.
how many ends of movies / end credit scenes don't make sense, right? If we go back to the most famous, arguably, after credit scene that kind of kicked off after credit scenes in superhero movies, we have to go back to X-Men: The Last Stand, right?
What's that
X-Men
one?
3, which is the reveal that Xavier is alive. He transferred his consciousness into a comatose patient.
Still makes sense in
Yeah.
the context of the movie.
Maybe.
It does, though.
But it never really gets followed up. Like they never really
yeah,
explain like
For sure.
how he survived necessarily and why he's still alive in Days of Future Past.
Mm-hmm.
After credit scenes don't always have to make sense.
Well,
but
wasn't-
as long as they're cool.
But wasn't there like a theory, or wasn't it explained that he was still that person, or he was like projecting?
He was using his telekinesis to project his face
His
so everyone would
image.
be more comfortable.
Yeah.
What
That
year
it
did
was
this?
him.
This is X-Men 3?
X-Men 3: The Last Stand. Let's think it's 06.
Oh.
Wait, that's before the I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
Yes.
That's before that.
Yeah, Disney. Well, Iron Man was pre-Disney, right? That was what, Paramount or
Yeah.
Universal. So yes, the early MCU stole from Fox and X-Men of the after credit scene.
The last
because
time came out.
came out
Before
2
that.
years before.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
But you have to also remember though the
Everyone steals.
Samuel
from
L. Jackson coming out
Yeah.
and
so that's
saying
a whole different
that's
level.
that's a different
That's
level.
a whole different.
Yeah.
Like your one is like, or that one, right? It's just like it's like a throwaway. Here's a nugget, make you like either really mad or think. That one sets up, 28 million movies. That one line.
Well,
I
yeah.
want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. It might be the most consequential line in movie history, to be honest.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. But it is interesting. It was actually a Fox and X-Men thing. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think the after credit scene was created by the MCU and Iron Man, but that is not the case.
Interesting.
And then Fox, the next year, when X-Men Origins Wolverine came out, doubled down on after credit scene, and they put 3 different after credit scenes at the end of X-Men Origins Wolverine. Depending on the theater you were at, you got a different after credit scene.
I'm glad that idiotic thing didn't get picked up.
Well, that movie was just bad.
Not Suicide Squad level bad.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay, which was worse? X-Men Origins Wolverine or Suicide Squad?
Never saw X-Men Origins Wolverine.
So I guess Suicide Squad.
So I'm going to say Suicide Squad. But I don't know if that's
You have seen X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I
because
can't.
We
for
saw
the,
it together.
I can't for the life of me remember. Is that the one where he's in Japan?
No,
No.
that's
That's
the
like the good
Wolverine.
one.
That's the Wolverine.
That one was
So
like decent.
what was Wolverine or is that the one with,
X-Men Origins
with
Wolverine.
the guy from CSI? Who plays
Liev
Sabretooth?
Schreiber?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was and it goes through like the time periods, like
Yep.
when he's in Vietnam and he has the bone claws, and that's when you first see Deadpool.
Yep, that's Ryan Reynolds as as pre-Deadpool.
Oh, this is tricky. That's hard. They're both shit.
Miko Matter is tripling down. Suicide Squad was worse.
I'm buying Miko Matter, who is a longtime supporter of our podcast and our weird endeavors. He is getting for Christmas a Suicide Squad T-shirt
Why would you do that?
to show my love.
But that's you're
of
showing your
making him annoyed.
you're showing him your hatred.
No, that's love of seeing him annoyed.
New stream idea. We're gonna get Miko Matter with a heart rate monitor, and we'll do a live stream of him watching
Suicide Squad? That sounds
that
fantastic.
would be pretty
if
interesting.
if Miko Matter is in, please let us know. If we get 5 thumbs up in the comments, this live stream will happen.
Speaking of other films, so Christian, we brought up Independence Day. Independence Day did come out in 2016.
Independence Day Resurgence.
Resurgence, yes.
Oh,
It
no.
did?
It did in July 4th weekend.
I'm not seeing it on my
Oh, no.
list.
So-
July. Okay.
So
that's
for
fine.
for our viewers and listeners, we actually have a unique Independence Day story between the 3 of us.
we do.
We went to go see the movie at the Chinese theater
Oh.
in LA, and the way that they had the booked the tickets.
It was a Chinese theater,
the-
right?
That's right,
Yeah,
the Chinese theater, and they triple booked some seats.
Well, it was the
for
first. To be fair, it
movie.
was the first time they were using the new, like the Fandango system. So the Chinese theater is been slow to update things, and that was like the first weekend or second weekend that they were using online ticketing. So yeah, people were buying 3 seats over or whatever. That was
It was
stressful.
like triple booked.
It was
very stressful.
We were just kind of sitting there waiting, like, are we gonna get pushed out?
So here's something
know?
to tie it back into like current events.
Yes.
Back in 2016,
Oh, yeah.
Americans that were, entitled or felt entitled learned that it was not okay publicly to get in someone's face for disagreeing with their beliefs or how they looked, et cetera, right? People had a longer fuse. Do you think if that experience had happened now at the Chinese theater, do you think people would have been like throwing fits and like getting in each other's faces and like would be at the same level of the crazies that we've seen with like the Karens going off on racist rants?
I
You
think
think that would have happened?
It's like roulette. It depends on the person.
Mm.
Some people will be like, "Oh no, get away from me! I'm gonna get COVID," and other people are gonna be like, "Listen, you're betting on my rights. This is why our country's gonna shit. Yeehaw!" Et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. I think it's really depends on the person, the people, the groups.
Other great movies that came
individuals.
out: Star Trek Beyond.
Oh man, that was the one with Idris Elba, right?
Wait, this is
This
2016.
is 2016.
That's
Idris
right.
Elba.
That was the last
How
Star
did
Trek
so many
movie
movies come
that
out in
came
2016?
out. That movie, I just remember that movie had no buzz. Like there was nothing around it, right?
Wasn't there a whole thing with Chris Pine and his salary?
That was after.
And was that after?
Yeah, that's why the 4th one's been delayed. But I remember that movie was weird because Anton Yelchin died
I think that was partly
right
why.
before it, and there
Yeah.
was just no there was nothing around the movie. I mean, if you go back to Into Darkness, right, there's all the buzz about Benedict Cumberbatch playing Khan. He's not playing Khan. He's obviously playing Khan. He has the moment where he says, I am Khan, but that has no reflection in the movie because they've never met Khan. And there was a lot around it. And then I feel like because of all that controversy, right, once you got to Star Trek Beyond, everyone's just like,
Yeah, I'm
I don't
good.
really care.
I'm good.
And it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't great. I would say that 09 Star Trek, or I think it was 09, the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek that came out.
I don't
is,
know. I can't tell. Is Lag and Cheese trolling? Beyond is better than all of Discovery, Picard, and Enterprise combined. Wait, is Star Trek Beyond? Is that the one with Idris Elba?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So for those
maybe.
listening on the podcast, as always, you can join us on twitch.tv/wasitgood. You can jump in the chat and actually argue with us, and you'll end up on the podcast. But one of our commentators here is saying that Star Trek Beyond, the 2016 J.J. Abrams film, is better than all of the new Star Trek Discovery CBS All Access show, the new Star Trek Picard CBS All Access show, and the old CBS Star Trek Enterprise show combined.
Wow. Well, Discovery sucks. I've only seen 2 episodes, and they were awful. Picard looked terrible, and Enterprise, well, I didn't really watch it, so maybe that's true.
Was Star Trek Beyond not JJ?
That's right. Only the first 2 were.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know who did the third one. Probably some guy.
No, wasn't it Simon? Oh, is it Simon Pegg?
Simon Pegg wrote it.
He wrote it. Okay.
I don't think he directed it.
Well, I'll look it up. You guys can keep talking about your Star Trek fantasies.
Star Trek is the
But I know Beyond wasn't a bad movie.
No, not at all.
I've only seen
No.
it once, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like memorable either.
Oh, Justin Lin.
It was just kind
Oh.
of.
No, it is memorable because the starship gets blown up.
Oh, like they do.
And then
in
they
half,
get a new one.
They do in half the Star Trek movies. Gotta love it.
Well,
Man, 2016, what a wild year.
The Legend of Tarzan came out.
yeah,
Never,
I mean,
never saw that movie. No interest.
let's just.
in
I'm
ever
just gonna
seeing
go through real quick. Warcraft.
Oh yeah,
Warcraft came out
That
in
was
2016?
our
big-
dark horse of that
a
movie.
big
was that-
favorite,
so
a big
good.
favorite of the Was It Good
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Well, hold
Finding
on,
Dory.
before we go through that, real
X-Men
quick.
Apocalypse.
Hold on, time. Slow down.
Oh god.
So what is the 2020 equivalent so far
Yeah.
to Warcraft from 2016? What is the sleeper?
Ooh, God.
The Five Bloods? No.
No, because the Five Bloods, I expected it to be like decent at the very least.
What was that? Charlize Theron?
Oh yeah, that one was good. That came out straight to Netflix.
Yeah, that was a good one.
that was a good one. I was shocked by it.
I was shocked by it to the point where I wanted to watch it again, but that was
Yeah.
the same thought or how I felt about Warcraft was I went in thinking it was a cool,
Yeah.
but then I wanted to go see it again. So to me, that would be a similar equivalent if I could remember the
Wait,
fucking movie name.
is Power Rangers 2016 as well?
Shut up.
I
feel like it was the same year, right? But I can't remember.
Another great one.
2016 also gave us the 2016 is when Moonlight and La La Land came out, and
Yes.
that was in 2017 is when you had the epic moment of the announcement of La La Land being the Oscar winner, and they're like, "Nope, we made a mistake. It was Moonlight."
Oh my God.
The epic fumble.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't find the name of that movie.
With Charlize Theron?
Yeah. I just gotta look her up. Charlize Theron, Netflix.
Oh, here's a fun fact for
The Old Guard
The Old Guard. That, to
Yeah.
me, would be the equivalent
of Warcraft.
of Warcraft. Arjuna, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated movie that came out. The Dark Side of...
The Moon?
Wait, what?
It's very
Yu-Gi-Oh
tiny,
movie?
I can't read it. Dark Side of Dimensions.
Yeah,
Is this
I
in 2016?
never saw that.
That's
Wow,
so
I
weird.
know what I'm doing after this podcast. Ordering some chicken.
Yeah, so that's impressive.
Mikkel Matter just called you out and said all those movies, and Ravi would still rather go see Suicide Squad.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I mean, if I've seen all of these other movies and movies are going to go away again after 2020, at some point I'd have to get to Suicide Squad.
No,
Just to have the experience.
There's
Wouldn't you rather?
something- there's
Wouldn't you
something better
rather
you
see?
can do.
Wouldn't you rather see like Deadpool 3 times than watch Suicide
I
Squad?
hate
once?
seeing movies in theaters back to back without some kind of break in between.
Yeah, let's not say it's back to back. You can see other movies. You can break it up.
Why seriously? Like why? I don't.
because it's so bad. It's hilariously fun.
It's not fun.
It's not.
It's
It's-
actually so bad. It's painful.
You are aware I've only seen it once, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember having fun when I saw it, being like, "This is so dumb."
You definitely
so.
did not.
I don't think I was with you.
You.
No, we
you
all
were
saw it
bashing
together.
the movie. Yeah, there's no way.
I'm pretty sure we did one
nobody,
of those.
Nobody
we did one
had
of those.
fun with that.
We did one of
movie.
the 9 o'clock. You know,
PMs.
yeah, PMs. Let's go see it.
Yeah, it was
opening
awful.
night.
We were tired. It was after work. It was stupid.
Maybe I don't remember it then.
Oh my God.
I guess I don't remember it at all. All I remember is that one song was pretty cool.
Oh, by your favorite band.
Heathens. No.
Yes. Yeah, Heathens.
It was Heathens.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Heathens.
Yeah.
What else, Krisha? You were listing off movies and we compare them to 2020 equivalents.
I mean, Doctor Strange. We should mention Doctor Strange came out in 2016.
That movie was not good.
Moana.
I
Moana
never
is
s-
actually one of the
I-
more
Moana's a good
popular.
movie.
I
yeah,
still haven't
animated
seen
movies.
Moana.
It's
I don't know why.
have I seen it? Yeah, I did see it. It's very entertaining.
It's one of the better Disney movies for sure.
Truth Seekers is a movie that is coming up in our chat. I have not seen it. I have not.
We haven't got to
not
one
seen
of the more infamous 2016 movies. We briefly mentioned it. Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
it. Yeah.
Still probably, one of the better Star Wars films to come out of the Disney
Wow.
Star Wars
And you
machine.
hated it.
So Ravi, as we're comparing 2020 to 2016, right?
Ooh, yeah.
When you walked out of that movie,
Yeah,
and it's almost 4 years ago because it came out December, right?
Yeah.
And we're
yeah.
we're just about almost 4 years from that. When you walked out of that movie, and if I told you 4 years later, you would be like, "This is going to be one of the better movies Disney has to offer for Star Wars." What would you have told me right there and then?
I would have walked into the street.
Walked into the street. Oh my god, that's dark.
But
I would walk into oncoming traffic.
but wait, I'll tell you. But then I'll say, wait,
Oh, man.
before you do that, they will also give you Rebels.
Right.
They will give you another season of Clone Wars.
Well, Rebels was already underway at that point.
but they'll give. But Rebels wasn't great yet. I think.
yeah, it
only-
hadn't reached its peak.
Right. So
yes.
Rebels will become great.
Again, I'd get 2 more seasons of Clone Wars.
Right. Two more
2 more
seasons.
seasons of Clone Wars.
2 more seasons of Clone Wars and this live action show called The Mandalorian.
Plus
Eh.
Star Wars Squadrons.
Well, Squadrons is shit. I'm
The
trying to
game?
give you good. Oh, I thought you meant the other animated show.
That's Resistance.
Yeah, it's Squadrons, Resistance, whatever it's called.
Oh man.
You say Squadrons is good, but when was the last time you played it?
I mean, I've been busy the last week and a half.
Yeah, you haven't played
I do
video
want to play
games.
it. I mean, I've been really addicted
Give it to me.
to Among Us.
Give it to me.
Oh yeah, you've
unfortunately.
been playing that a lot.
I've been playing that way too much.
We're doing a. Should we plug our Among Us stream on Wednesday?
Yes, on this Wednesday we'll be playing Among Us. Check out Twitter
Oh, the day after the election.
at Was It Good. There'll be a code up there and you can come play with us. That's weird to say.
You're gonna need it.
I mean, leaving that theater and you saying all those things, I wouldn't believe you because of how bad that had been at
that moment.
At that moment.
Mm.
But like like a fine wine, or a bad whiskey that you filter through a filter, it got better with time.
Do you think the movie got better, or your expectations have just
Expectations they just crashed. They've just gone lower. I wonder if The Mandalorian, if there had been no Rogue One and there was The Mandalorian first and the expectations were built up, would I have liked it, or would it have just dropped like a rock similar to like Rogue One? Because the expectations were built up very, very high
For Rogue One.
for Rogue One.
I also feel I think timing is everything when it comes to movies and TV shows as well.
big
Like
time. Big
The
time.
Mandalorian came at a time when I feel like people weren't as invested in Star Wars, and it resurged the popularity of Star Wars. It probably helped. Honestly, it probably helped out the Rise of Skywalker quite a bit, because you had just a year plus ago the debacle that was Episode 8. Some say it's good, some say it's not. It was it was split opinions. Then you had Solo that came out just 5 months later, and you saw a big decrease.
You saw
in-
the direct results of
Yeah.
all that
absolutely.
hatred.
And it was really, there was just this lull really for a lot of Star Wars fans. And then The Mandalorian came out and Star Wars kind of blew up again.
Because of Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it just kind of came out at the right time. Now, if The Mandalorian comes out right after, The Force Awakens, when Star Wars mania had blown up again, is it as popular? Or is it too much, right? Is there too much Star Wars fatigue at that point? I was like, I just got this. And
I
this,
don't think there's too much Star Wars fatigue. I think, and I remember having these conversations with people that are, they're casual Star Wars fans, or just they're in it for the entertainment. And I think they did it the right way, because you couldn't. Mandalorian's a prequel series to the sequel series.
Yeah.
Right, and there has been I still hear it where it's like, well, when does the Mandalorian take place? Which I kind of love, because it's his own self-contained story, which is great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can see why a viewer also might get a little annoyed and frustrated, where it's like, well, why do I need to know all this backstory to understand X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think timing is right. I think they released it at the right time.
Another movie that came out in 2016, related to a beloved video game franchise,
Final Fantasy.
Assassin's Creed,
Oh
with Michael Fassbender.
God, I missed that one.
Potentially one of the worst movies ever made. As
Really?
well.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it was really.
Are you
bad.
sure?
Yeah.
Wow, that
That
sucks.
video
Michael
game,
Fassbender.
video
That's
game,
surprising.
like video game movies in general,
They suck.
are in a class of their own in terms of how bad they are normally.
Usually, yeah.
And this is
Exponentially bad.
one of the worst.
Is it better than Ghost Rider? Because you're, I think you're self-proclaimed. Miko Matter's quadrupling down. Suicide Squad was worse.
Well, Miko Matter, here's the question:
then
is
Assassin's
Suicide
Creed.
Squad the worst movie you've ever seen?
Yeah, 'cause it sounds like it might be. But for you, Ghost Rider or what are we talking about? The other one,
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Are you serious?
Yeah, because at least Nicolas Cage is entertaining. As a
Michael Fassbender is a
Weirdo.
great actor, though, right? So he's not entertaining at all.
I'll say this: the action sequences in Assassin's Creed were like okay. The problem with Assassin's Creed is the story,
Yeah.
and just the kind of general logic.
Yeah.
And the logic is kind of what kills us. If I remember correctly, at the very end, one of the your protagonist, Michael Fassbender's character, and then you have this like weird neutral character, female, who helps him, but then turns out to be a bad person, and then like kills her father for what seems like no reason, and there's no real explanation.
no, he kills her father,
And
and
then-
that's why she turns on him.
Oh.
I
Well,
think.
anyway, the logic just didn't make sense to me.
I think Lag and Cheese kind of summed it up. Assassin's Creed was very boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
I think I think it was under 2 hours, and it felt like it was 3.
Wow.
It felt very, very long.
Yeah, it did.
Well, we've focused a lot on
2016.
2016. But we should probably mention some movies that have come out this year, mostly through the streaming, which have been both good and bad, right? So we've already mentioned The Five Bloods, Hubie Halloween, Hamilton, The Old Guard, Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. No, I'm changing my answer.
Palm Springs. Oh, from The Old Guard to Palm Springs?
Yeah, so the
As the
sleeper I would
surprise.
say is Palm Springs, because that one went into that thinking it was going to just be a dumb rom-com, and that
Yeah.
was just still was a dumb rom-com, but like there was a little bit more to it, which was a nice surprise.
Yeah. Some movies that I haven't seen, but The New Mutants, which was, pushed back 10 years or something,
I saw that.
finally came out.
Was that worth it?
I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mulan.
That was terrible.
another terrible movie.
Terrible
yeah.
film.
I'm trying. I mean, according to this Wikipedia list of all the movies that have come out, all the American movies, I should say, have come out this year. There's a lot, but I haven't seen most of them. Some that came out last month, which could be intriguing. The Trial of the Chicago 7.
That's had a lot of buzz.
That is a star-studded cast. I mean, Jesus. Enola Holmes.
There's a lot of buzz around that.
Yeah.
Some other movies. There were some movies I saw at the beginning of the year. There were a lot of bad movies at the beginning of the year. And just for those who don't know, generally the beginning of the year theatrically is kind of where studios dump movies that
Ooh,
they're
let's
like,
see what came out.
oh, these movies probably aren't going to perform well, and they're generally down months anyway for the industry, because you're coming out of the holiday season. People
Yeah.
are a bit more stingy with money, so you don't have great movies, and you had some bad ones like Doolittle, which was a huge flop from Robert Downey Jr.
The Grudge.
I mean, I didn't see that.
How about The Gentleman? Who saw The Gentleman?
The Gentleman actually was pretty good.
I didn't see
The
it.
Gentleman was a solid movie. It didn't get a lot of buzz.
Guy Ritchie.
Just because it was is in that January dump zone, but it was a good movie. It was entertaining.
it has Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam,
Wasn't 1914 at the beginning
Colin
of the year?
Farrell.
1917 was last year.
Was it last year?
Oh yeah.
Colin Farrell's amazing in that movie. He's not in it for very long, but he kind of steals the movie.
Extraction. Miko Matter. Did you like Extraction? Because I did.
Not.
I did. I loved it. Well, love's a strong word, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey was okay.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog was fun. It was fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Did-
If you go in expecting a video game movie, right?
Yes.
It's not the worst.
Assassin's Creed or Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic easily.
Better or worse?
Sonic's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog
Jim Carrey's
or
kind of
Ghost
fun.
Hunter?
Jim Carrey's kind of fun.
I mean, Ghost
as,
Rider.
Sonic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
It's
Over
got-
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah. James Marsden is fun, and Jim Carrey's always great when he's off the wall, and he's kind of he's Dr. Robotnik.
The Invisible Man.
Invisible Man was solid.
Yeah,
Solid.
that's another one. That's
It's a
another
good
one.
retelling of a not classic.
It seems like a lot of the memorable movies from this year, quite a few of them are horrors, which is interesting. But maybe that's because all the other movies that would have been memorable got pushed back to next year. Would that be a safe bet?
Oh, Onward. Onward was
Onward.
another one that
saw
came
that.
out. Solid Pixar movie, not their best,
Yeah,
but solid.
yeah.
The Way Back, which was the emotional Ben Affleck movie.
Oh God. Oh, is that the basketball one? I wanted to see that. I want to see Ben Affleck as an alcoholic basketball coach.
It's
That sounds hilarious.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting.
Artemis Fowl?
I
Did you
still
see
haven't seen that. It came on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm
I heard it
I'm
was
shocked.
horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, I read the books as a kid.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to check it out at some point, but have not yet been able to see it.
Okay, I missed this movie. My Spy with Peter Segal directing sounds incredible.
Really bad.
Yeah,
Incredibly bad.
it sounds terrible. Yeah. The easy question: Obama movies are better. Yes. That's hands down because we lost so many movies this year because of COVID. So yeah, easily.
It's actually quite fascinating if you go to like Google. Obviously, Google is consistently scraping your own personal information, so they have a section of like 20 popular movies, but then under that they have like top picks for you based on like what you're searching for, your history, all that stuff. And it's interesting, like when you compare 2016 and 2020, like the top ones for me are Superman Red Son, the DC animated film came out this year, which was great. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's very interesting. It's basically tells the story of Superman, but if he crashed in Russia,
Yeah.
what would that look like? Which is quite interesting. There's also Batman Death of the Family, which is an interactive film to the follow-up of Batman Under the Red Hood. And then there's Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which you saw, Christian, which was just violent and wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was I think the most violent like animated movie I've ever seen, to be honest. It was wild. Let's see here.
I think my favorite movie that's probably come out this year is The Five Bloods.
Wow.
I thought that was a really good movie. I thought it was well done. I really liked it.
Yeah,
There hasn't been a lot of super memorable movies this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just because it has been a weird year with COVID and theaters closing, it kind of is what it is
Yeah.
at this point. But we still have movies allegedly coming out in December.
Oh yeah, let's look ahead.
You have Free Guy.
How's that?
That's the
Ryan
Reynolds movie. You have
Wait, is that going?
yeah.
Is that going digital or theaters?
no, it's supposed to come out in theaters
Oh my
on December 11th.
Nice.
You have Death on the Nile, which is the sequel to Death on the Orient Express.
Oh.
You have Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America.
That one I want to see.
You have Wonder Woman 1984 coming out on Christmas.
Allegedly. All of this is allegedly.
The one that is coming out is Soul, which is the other Pixar movie, because that's coming directly to Disney Plus.
What is Soul?
That is an anime, a Pixar movie where Jamie Foxx is the main character, and he gets, his soul gets separated from his body because he gets into an accident, and he kind of he's trying to make his way back to his body, but he's kind of learning about moving on and then like going into your body, and it's all about the soul.
Oh, that sounds scary.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
I'm horrified. Monster Hunter. I don't know if anyone here plays that video game, Monster Hunter. I assume that's what that movie is going to be based on.
Probably, I would imagine.
Paul Anderson is directing and then wrote the screenplay. That's interesting. Cool. Well, any other last minute movie entries for us to consider that I can think of? I can't think of any. La La Land. 2016.
I saw La La Land last year, and it was okay. It's just interesting because it's like two struggling artists in LA, and they make it.
Nice.
Is it narrated by an old person?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the narrator.
Oh yeah. Oh, The Founder. The Founder came out in December of 2016.
Oh, speaking of planes, which we were earlier, I saw that on a plane.
Yeah, great plane movie.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Made me hungry for McDonald's. Because it's a movie about
McDonald's, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, Mr. Host, any other topics you wanna hit on?
I think we kind of summed it up pretty easily there. That 2016 overall movie wise has been better than 2020.
Yeah.
But that's gonna happen.
It was
when
a trick question.
It was a total trick question. That's the difference when you have a competent leader versus a Cheeto.
A Cheeto.
A Cheeto.
But I like
Cheetah.
Cheetos.
I do like Cheetos. I'm actually stupid hungry, so.
Me too.
I
We
think
do
we have
have
Cheetos
some-
upstairs, right?
We have some news items if you want to get to them, or we can wrap it.
Oh, we'll go ahead and wrap the podcast. And we'll continue with our live audience here on some of the news items. But once again, thank you for listening to the podcast. We are going to be back again this Friday for The Mandalorian Season 2. We do have a special guest. Her name is Courtney McNerdy, host of a podcast where she basically talks nerdy to you while also talking legal. That will be this Friday. You can tune in live on twitch.tv/wasitgood at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. And as always, you can find us on Twitter at wasitgood and on Instagram at wasitgoodbtm.
Oh yeah, and one thing, if you like art, there's a cool site called thecreativebazaar.com. They're having a live fair on November 7th. The 10% of their proceeds are going toward charity, so be sure to check that out. November 7th, live fair.
Good day.
Goodbye. All right, and now we're here for the real episode.
So we have some news items.
Boom, baby. You can finally kick back and become rude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fucking hell.
All right, it's out of our system now.
All right, and now I can tell you guys the
Fuck.
truth. Now I can tell you the truth. The whole reason I like Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad
You like Suicide Squad?
is the color palette.
What? Is that a lie? That's a lie. He's lying.
Hold on.
Have you gone crazy?
It's the cinematography.
Have you heard about that movie? So the trailer house that they got to cut it, with all the bright painty type colors,
Yeah.
and everything. When the studio saw that, they're like, "Oh my god, people are gonna expect that in the movie."
No, I remember hearing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to redo a whole bunch of shit.
They had to do a lot of re-edits,
Yeah.
and kind of make it the tone of the trailer and everything, which is.
No. Miko Matter, if you don't like the first one, you're not allowed to see the sequel.
No, Miko Matter. This is a direct question to you. I'm assuming you're excited for the sequel, for James Gunn, being the one to helmet.
To helmet?
To helmet. He's the director.
Did
of the
you
movie.
ever think like James Gunn is a doppelganger to Thad?
What? To Thad?
I could
Wait,
definitely see
now
it.
I gotta look him up.
That
James-
should have been James Gunn for
Halloween.
Maybe he was.
Next year.
Thad's like James Gunn is just
a little bit. I say, yeah. I kinda
James
see
Gunn
it.
should probably figure out his own style and
Thad's
stop stealing
way-
from others.
Thad's way better looking.
So fun
on
fact.
that person.
Fun fact. I know both of you are big fans of The Office. James Gunn was married to the actress who played Pam.
Yeah, and she divorced his
Then
ass.
they divorced. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what he did.
But her and
He was a pig.
because her and Sean Gunn, who does the motion capture for Rocket and also plays Yondu's first mate, they were best friends growing up, and then he introduced her to his brother. Yeah, fun little facts.
Oh, that sounds weird.
And John Krasinski rumored to be joining the MCU.
That's who? Goldfinger
Mr. Fantastic.
or Goldface?
Can we not?
Goldface.
Can we not
Goldface.
call it the MCU anymore?
What do you want to call it?
Let's just call it Hollywood. Because that's it. If you get into Hollywood,
You're gonna be in a Marvel.
you're gonna
movie?
be in a fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Well, have I told you one of my favorite games to do? It's whenever you see like the stars of a movie, you name their Marvel character that they've played.
Their Marvel counterpart.
Yeah, so
or
the
you-
Zodiac Killer movie,
or you
right?
figure out how they're connected.
So like the Zodiac movie, right?
Yep.
It's Iron Man, the Hulk, and Mysterio.
That's fucking weird.
That's what it is.
Yeah, right,
You know?
right.
I can't wait when deepfakes get to a point where it's a couple clicks, not a whole lot of processing power, and someone remakes the movie with their Marvel counterparts.
Yeah.
So you have like truly Iron Man there, you truly have the Hulk there, you truly have Mysterio. That would be a weird fucking movie.
I mean, that's Yeah, I mean, it's tough to find an actor who hasn't done at least one superhero property. I think the biggest actor left, the biggest quote unquote name left that hasn't done one is like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Has Johnny Depp done one?
I
think he might as well. Not.
Can we
and
consider?
Matthew McConaughey?
Can we,
Is that another one?
what's the director that he works with? Tim Burton.
Tim
all the time. Aren't those like comic book movies? I mean,
Well,
supernatural,
here we go, but
weird,
here's
and
the thing.
power, and
because there's a lot of comic book movies that you wouldn't even know were comic books, right?
True.
So I think
True.
you have to make the distinction with superheroes.
mm.
You know,
Mm,
I think
yes,
I
yes.
think you should make that distinction because then it's a little bit more.
Arnold
fun.
Schwarzenegger.
He did Mr. Freeze.
Oh fuck yeah, he was
yeah.
one of the first.
There you go.
Yeah, he played
One
the
of the
villain.
OGs.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Will Smith. No.
God.
Done multiple.
If you don't
Yeah.
count,
Suicide Squad.
yeah,
Or Hancock.
Hancock. Was like an original story, wasn't it?
I think so.
But it's still a superhero.
Oh, also had
movie.
Charlize Theron, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and
right.
what's his face from Arrested Development?
Oh, Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
That's right.
Was he in that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He's just the regular
It was all
human husband of Charlize.
yeah, because she had superpowers too, right?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is the biggest name that has not done
Neo.
a superhero movie.
Neo is basically a superhero.
No.
Neo is a fucking
No.
John Wick is a superhero.
No.
He can bend bullets.
No. Wait, what's the Strange movie?
It's all strange.
It is
No,
also-
no, no, but
Doctor
seriously.
Strange? Was Doctor Strange a
Can
Strange
we
movie?
argue? I'm arguing this.
Yes.
Playing Neo in the Matrix
Yeah.
makes you a superhero. Because he's bending the rules. He has extra power. He's a superhero.
Is
I
he
mean,
a superhero
I'll
or is he
allow
a
it.
computer virus?
Oof, dang.
Thank you. I take it back. I will not allow it. He's not a superhero. He's a computer program gone wrong or right, depending on what.
Oh yeah,
side
we
of
have
the war.
Matrix 4 that was supposed to come out next year, but that's not coming out now.
And John Wick 4 too, right?
That's right. There was originally supposed to come out on the same day, I think.
Michael J. Fox. He's never been in a superhero movie.
That's true. I
Ravi,
think.
he has Parkinson's.
He still acts.
Yeah, he does still act.
Don't take his disability and say he can't do things.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he doesn't do a ton of acting anymore.
Kevin
No, of course
Smith.
Wait, what? He's gonna have done. He's like a comic book nerd.
Yeah, but he's never played a superhero.
But he's directed
Well,
superhero
Doesn't
stuff.
matter. He's never
Well,
played a superhero.
A lot of people though haven't played superhero movies or haven't played superheroes, but they're in superhero movies, right? So you have to draw that
That's true.
distinction. Too.
Kevin James.
Kevin James. Wow, he hasn't.
I don't know. Paul Blart.
Adam
Paul
Sandler. Adam Sandler.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
No,
No,
no.
he's
That's not a
No,
superhero.
He's kind of a superhero.
That's not
if you think about it.
superhero. That's not.
Depp
Depp was
was
a
a computer in
transcend. That's not a superhero movie.
Teen Wolf. Wait, who's Teen Wolf?
Yeah, who's in
I
Teen
I
Wolf?
forget Teen Wolf.
Adam Sandler, though, he's not been associated with any superhero films.
Yeah, he'll never do one. He'll never.
No, he'll probably do his own like Adam Sandler type superhero movie.
Kevin Costner.
No, wait.
What is Kevin Costner?
Yeah, he was in Superman.
no,
he's
Teen
he's
Wolf is
he's
Michael J. Fox. I see.
he's
I see.
he's the dad.
Oh shit, Keanu was Constantine.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, he was
Fuck!
Constantine. That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
That's right,
Good
yeah.
Call, good call.
God damn it.
Chris Evans. Who has played the most superheroes? Oh wait,
Well, he's only played two. He's played Captain America and he's
Yeah.
played
Michael
The
Keaton's
Human
done.
Torch.
Michael Keaton's done two characters.
He's played
Vulture, and,
Batman.
Batman.
He's played a good
And he
guy.
played
and a bad guy.
Birdman in the movie Birdman.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, but that's not. That's not a superhero movie.
Yeah, but
though,
he's
right?
playing a superhero in the movie.
Yeah.
His character is playing a superhero.
We're
in
not
the
going to
movie.
allow it. We're not going to allow it. No dice.
Charlize Theron, who she played as a superhero.
She's
She
in
was
a lot
in
of
Hancock.
action movies.
She was that superhero.
Yeah, that's one. She's been in a lot of action and
What
sci-fi
female
movies.
actresses? Because we've been obviously seeing a whole crap ton of male actors, but what female actresses?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, shut up.
Gal Gadot.
You're just naming female actresses who play superheroes. We're looking for females.
Halle Berry hasn't played a superhero.
Oh,
No,
Catwoman.
She
played
played
Cat-
and she played Storm. I don't know
and
what
she
I'm
played
saying.
Storm.
Yeah,
Halle
good lord,
Berry.
Judah. She's played. She's the
I
goat.
was
She's
gonna
played
say
Julia.
I was gonna
Inhale.
say Angelina Jolie, but she's gonna be
In
playing
Eternals.
Eternals.
That's right. Those are older actresses too.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock. That's a good one.
Sandra Bullock hasn't. Yeah.
That's Lauren W.W. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds has done.
Wait. We're talking about that's multiple.
Oh yeah, so he's done 2 Deadpools.
And Green Lantern.
And Green Lantern, yeah.
And he's gonna play a video game character in Free Guy.
That isn't a superhero.
He's a computer program.
Oh my god.
So
Just like Neo.
if computer programs are superheroes,
Wait,
Jennifer Lawrence, has she played a superhero?
she did Hunger Games.
That sounds like a superhero.
Yeah, that's more.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie
she's gonna be
Portman's in.
Thor.
She's gonna be Thor
gonna
in
be
the
the
new
new
Thor
Thor.
movie.
Or
And she's in Thor too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep.
I mean, I would pay to see Meryl Streep.
Has she been like? Has she played an aunt, a mother, or an evil villain?
She should have been Aunt May.
Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
She would have been fantastic.
Julia Roberts.
Barbara Streisand. Julia Roberts.
Yeah,
That's
Julia
a good
Roberts.
one.
She's
Oh, she
not
would've been
played in
great.
one. Yeah. Emma
Yeah.
Stone.
Wait, yeah, Emma Stone. Right?
Oh, she's in
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Definitely.
She's in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Wait, who was Mystique? Oh, Jennifer Lawrence was Mystique.
That's right. Jennifer
Duh.
Lawrence was
Oh,
Mystique.
damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
good
Yeah.
call. Good
Nicole
call.
Kidman.
Oh, she's got to have been.
Was she in Batman?
Wasn't she a Catwoman?
No,
once?
she was in She was in the Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, wasn't she Catwoman?
No, she wasn't Catwoman. She played like the love interest.
She was in Batman Forever.
Jennifer Aniston. Who's she?
Oh, she was
been?
in Aquaman. Nicole Kidman.
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Nicole Kidman.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. Who's 51? Damn.
Yeah.
Friends came out a long time ago.
Jennifer Aniston. Now I gotta look it up.
I
Wait,
was
our
gonna
comment's
say
blowing up.
Anne
Betty White. She was in Batman. Was Betty White in Batman? Estelle Getty.
Oh, Nicole Kidman was Poison Ivy.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Wait, who was Poison Ivy?
Nicole Kidman, I think.
She was?
That's what someone is saying.
Oh,
I think.
shit. Jennifer Aniston.
How about this one? Jodie Foster.
Oh, she's got to have been, right? No?
She
Jodie
was in
Foster?
Inside Man.
That's not a superhero movie. She definitely was, right? Jodie Foster, superhero. She has to have been. Like, that would be shocking.
Uma Thurman. She's got to have been in a
Kill
superhero.
Bill's kind of.
No.
Kind of.
It's just an action.
If you
It's a
think
Quentin
about
Tarantino movie.
What about Mia Kunis?
She was in Ted.
She's Meg in Family Guy.
That doesn't count.
And they've done different parodies on Star Wars and superhero things. So
Wait, who was-
technically, by
who
association?
was Poison Ivy? Uma Thurman?
No, definitely
Oh,
not.
was it Uma Thurman?
No. In what movie?
In one of the yeah, I think it was Uma Thurman in one of the Batmans.
What?
Yeah, Batman and Robin, 1997.
She
She's
was?
Poison Ivy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, wow. Fuck.
Make
My mind is a little blown. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a 2014 article: 20 amazing actors who have never done a comic book movie. Now, granted, this is 6 years
Let's see,
old.
let's
Oh,
see,
come
let's
on.
see.
You
So
can't
here
use
we
that.
go. Number 20, Sean Penn.
Is he amazing though? I'm just kidding.
Isn't he an asshole?
2-time Oscar winner and 1-time Jeff Spikulki. Yeah, he's not done. Has he done it as of now?
Who? Sean Penn?
Wow, we received 100 messages today with Restream.
Sean Penn has not done a superhero movie.
No, he hasn't.
What has he done recently?
Yeah, I don't think he's. Ooh, wow.
Shitwell.
We're getting some Sean Penn hate, which I love.
What about this? Shitwell.
Oh, Chitwell. No, he was.
He's in Doctor Strange.
Doctor
That's right.
Strange.
So he was
yeah,
in
yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Strange.
So you could take him off the list.
So this what's interesting with this article though was like, hey, ideal comic book character, the Black Panther.
Oh, for Chitwell?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
that would have been interesting.
I think
Yeah.
he's too old. Well, he's too old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Rachel McAdams.
Oh, has she done?
She was in Doctor Strange as well as the love interest of Strange.
That's right.
She was.
They
This
both
ar-
were in Doctor Strange.
This article says that she should have done Spider-Woman.
Oh yeah, that I could totally see that. Yep. Who else?
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
He's rumored to have been approached for an MCU movie.
For sure. I think he's been approached a couple times, right?
Yeah,
Johnny Depp is not so far that we can find.
Oh yeah. A lot. It's funny. Ooh.
Oh, that's sad. I was gonna say Joaquin Phoenix, but he did the Joker.
Yeah.
But can you argue? Is that a superhero movie?
It's a
Yes, it
superhero.
is.
It's a character. So whether you can argue about the movie all you want, it's still a superhero character.
Sandra Bullock, Jake Gyllenhaal, but that's not true anymore.
Mysterio.
He was Mysterio. Benedict Cumberbatch, that's a fucking joke.
Doctor Strange.
Wow, Doctor Strange's got a lot of people. from this list.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, she's Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter.
Yeah, Bellatrix.
She would be great.
Just gonna scoot over this one.
It's a shame. He would have been. He would have been
great.
fantastic,
Yeah. Just so you're aware, so this article, like I said, came out in 2014, obviously before the passing of Robin Williams. But this article is stating that he would have made a really interesting
Riddler.
Riddler.
Yeah, he
Which would have been great.
Fantastic.
Oh, unfortunately, this one has also Jared Leto, but that went to fucking hell.
You know what the best part about this article is? After you're done, you get through it.
Yeah.
Let's just count off how many of these 20 now have superhero movies within 6 years from when they did it.
And Jared Leto is returning as the Joker.
Yeah,
So.
that's
David Tennant.
Has he not been a superhero?
I mean, he's not a huge actor outside. Like
He was in, but
he's
he's
most
in-
known for Doctor Who.
But he was in. Are we doing just strictly movies? Because he was in Jessica Jones.
That's true. He was Killmonger.
Yeah.
Kilgrave.
Kilgrave. Yeah.
Killmonger is.
And according to this, the idea for him would have been Brainiac.
Read the last comment. You don't have to read it out loud, but
Yes, Miko Matter, Jared Leto is returning as everyone's favorite
No,
Joker.
the one above that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not reading that.
yeah, Jessica Jones. We already said that.
Oh,
Lauren.
wait, hold on. I mean, okay, so Matt Damon. Now,
Matt Damon.
was in Thor
Yes.
3
Yeah,
playing
as a stage actor.
as a
Correct.
stage actor, but he
Yeah.
hasn't played a superhero.
Doesn't matter. A lot of these people haven't played superheroes, but they've been in the superhero movies.
If Kevin Feige and the MCU have balls, they'll call up Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and tell and
Wait
they'll be
a
like,
sec.
write me the next Goodwill Hunting MCU edition.
Wait a second. Ryan Gosling hasn't played a superhero? Or been in a superhero movie?
Wait, that can't be right. That just can't be right. Ryan Gosling, superhero.
I mean, he was. Well, it's not superhero film. I mean, he was in
Maybe.
Blade Runner, sure, but
Oh my god.
that's weird, right? That's a weird one. That's like a Leonardo DiCaprio one being like, wait, why?
Well,
though?
I think at that point, like,
That
there's
is
just some
weird.
actors that don't want to do those type
Right.
of movies, because a lot of people talk about superhero movies being very unpractical in terms of like you're acting in front of blue screens with tennis balls on balls, so it's a lot of just you can't immerse yourself as an actor.
Yeah.
So a lot of actors don't like that part of it, but a lot of actors do like it because you get paid a lot of money.
Colin Firth.
Kingsman,
Yeah.
is that superhero-y?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
really.
It's comic book.
It's
Kingsman
comic
is a
book.
comic book.
Yep. Brad Pitt was in Deadpool 2.
That's right. He cameoed as the Invisible Man.
Yes. I forgot all about that.
Best cameo is just like,
You're right. That's so funny. I forgot about. I want to rewatch it just for Brad
Emily
Pitt's,
Blunt.
Emily Blunt. So Emily Blunt. John Krasinski.
Yes, wife.
So yeah, the rumor is John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are going to be Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that knocks those two out.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Mia Kunis is still on here. And then finally,
Number one. Who is it?
Clint Eastwood.
Why is Clint number one?
Well, nobody wants him.
He's
Racist
old as fuck.
ass.
He's old as fuck.
No wonder this article's from 2020.
2014.
2014.
6
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So wait, how many of those people
all of them.
have not been in a movie?
Okay, Clint
Superhero
Eastwood's
movie.
1. Mia Kunis is 2. Leo's 3.
Well, I'm not
Emily's
doing
4.
well. Well, that's damn.
Colin's 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosling 6. Charlize Theron. We said no, right?
No, she was in Hancock.
That doesn't count.
Why not?
7.
What? Why doesn't it count? It's a superhero movie.
It does count.
It
All
does
right.
absolutely counts.
So 6. Does Robin Williams count? I mean,
It's
mean-
impossible to
okay, so
Do that one.
we'll just fly over
just
that
do
one.
it out of 19.
yeah, do that 19. Because
Sandra Bullock, we said, is not in anything, right?
I don't think she
Not
is.
that I'm aware of.
Which
Alright,
is
so
crazy.
7.
Which is crazy. Sandra Bullock superhero movie.
Oh, that's a good question from Lag and Cheese. Jupiter Ascending.
Why? Who was in that?
Mila Kunis is in that.
Is that a super?
I don't
but
know if that is. I know that's by the Wachowskis.
So it probably is a comic book, but we're sticking strictly to superhero.
We should
movies.
say them. We're sticking to like DC or Marvel because they're the two largest.
So.
And they're the most connected in the Hollywood space. Because remember, the whole joke that got us on this conversation was, let's rename the MCU to Hollywood.
My God, you're so.
If we're getting
so
that
many rules.
technical,
So many rules.
so I'm gonna say out of the 19, about 7 are still pure.
unsigned.
Or
Still pure.
They're still pure actors.
They haven't sold out
wow,
yet.
so that means that's a majority. That's almost that's 2/3.
Have
Yeah.
got movies.
Essentially who have done stuff. And I wonder what it's going to be like in another
10 years.
Well, who knows now with but then you have more properties that are doing
Independent stuff.
no, you have like Marvel and DC are both doing more
TV
streaming
shows.
stuff.
Yeah.
So there's going to be even more opportunity. and now you have
Yes, thank you,
and
Miko.
now you have actors who are playing multiple superhero roles. Like it's much more common within the same continuity, right? Like Mahershala is would played Cottonmouth, and now he's also going to be Blade.
Yeah, which is
within the
so
MCU.
Cool. That is so cool.
Right.
Wow.
So Lauren WW says Charlize was Old Guard, which is based on a comic book. True, but
Not superhero.
we're talking MCU and DC. The
Wow.
only two that count.
Wow.
What about the boys?
Doesn't count.
Yeah, are we keeping it TV shows and movies? Because that's a whole different thing.
We're keeping it to MCU as a connected universe, which goes TV and movies.
Yeah.
DC I guess DC now because of
DC's
Crisis,
a fucking mess.
because of Crisis, it's now connected as well. So it is
Everything's-
TV
yeah.
and movie. So
yeah, but the CW doesn't count for anything.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
I
does.
have a question for you guys.
No,
So
it
you know
doesn't.
I have like the EGOT, right? The Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Should we like have a definition of that for us, where it's like an actor or actress has been in an MCU, a DC,
Star
a
Wars.
Star Wars, and a Star Trek movie?
No,
Like,
no, screw Star Trek.
no,
keep
Star
it like
Trek's
the old.
big.
It's not big enough in terms of the movie space. But if we're opening up the TV, then fine, you have to include. it.
Yeah, because like Star Trek, Star Wars, DC, Marvel are probably the 4 biggest franchises that cross both spaces.
Star Trek, you sure?
Star Trek does TV and movies and is known for both.
But is there any actor or actress that touches all 4? That
is the question.
that has
Can't think-
Harrison
or let's
Ford?
make it simpler.
No.
Who's touched both Star Trek and Star Wars?
Yeah, that's actually start there.
Simon Pegg
As a
as an actor. He's
Oh,
he's-
shit.
because
he plays
play-
a character
he plays
in
a
Star
character,
Wars
yeah,
Force
'cause
Awakens.
but who?
In fact, you just have to look at the JJ tie, right? Every actor that
there you
JJ
go.
likes in both his movies, he probably snuck into Star Trek and Star Wars.
Right,
So
Okay,
they
so
cross
and
over
is
there.
he in Marvel?
right. I'm gonna look it
I
up.
don't think he is in a Marvel movie. I know he was in The Boys as the dad of Huey, because Huey is based
Simon
on.
Pegg was in that.
Yeah, he's in season 1.
That what? Does he die?
I
No.
don't. According
Is it
to
still
according
bringing back?
according
I
to
guess
page 1
not.
of the Google search, he has not been in a Marvel movie.
Damn.
There's been a lot of speculation, like he could be like Captain England or something, which is be really weird. But doesn't
Benedict
look like it.
Cumberbatch was both in Star Trek and the MCU, but he's not crossed over to
DC or
Star
Star
Trek,
Wars.
Star Wars.
Oscar Isaac is going to be
Ooh.
Star Wars and MCU now because he's going to be Moon Knight.
And also he
Still
was.
rumor. It's not official yet.
Well,
It's
if we're doing
basically-
MCU, are we going to include the Fox shit, the X-Men?
Well, it's no longer canon anymore now. Well, I guess we
We
have to
include it.
we have to wait now till
Those movies were just as big at
Because
one
then
point, if
you've
not
got,
bigger
you've
than
got
Marvel.
Patrick Stewart, who's then technically MC.
Yeah.
He's Star Trek, but he's
Yeah.
not obviously Star Wars or DC.
yeah, that's true.
Or is he DC?
We're only
Mark Hamill is DC and Star Wars.
Yeah.
2 iconic characters in both, right?
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker and the voice of the Joker, but he hasn't been in a Star Trek or a Marvel movie.
Pedro's in Mandalorian, so it's Star Wars, and in Wonder Woman, so it's
Yep.
DC.
Oh,
So nobody's
Simon
hitting-
Pegg Simon Pegg a stormtrooper? That sounds, or maybe it wasn't Simon.
No, Simon Pegg, he plays a character
He
in
plays-
prosthetics.
Yeah, he's,
Oh,
he's
right,
the
right,
one.
right,
He's
right.
the
he's
one.
the junker.
He's
Yeah,
Ungo
yeah.
Klut or whatever his
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Ungo.
That's
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So there's no one. We're getting a lot of actors. in
Daniel Craig. I mean,
Daniel
he's in
Craig-
Star Wars, but he's not in Star Trek.
or MCU
Or
or
DC.
DC.
Yeah, why would you? Daniel Craig's in like
Daniel
almost none
Craig
of them.
cameoed as a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying though.
Yeah,
like,
no, no,
that's
no,
how you
yeah.
have to think though, in order to
Yeah.
see if there's
The cameos?
if there's a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we only have a few actors that have done 2.
One who's done 3.
And then there's an even smaller pool of done main characters in 2.
Ryan Reynolds hasn't done Star Wars or Star Trek. Is that correct? Because he's been in
That
DC
is-
and Marvel, obviously.
Yeah, majorly.
But he hasn't. Unless he's done a cameo.
Michael
let's
B.
see.
Jordan has done both.
DC and
Wait.
Well, he's Well, it
Yeah.
depends on if he's going to be in the Static Shock movie. I know
Yeah, he's producing.
Ryan Reynolds.
But he's done multiple
Wait, Star Trek.
Marvel projects at least. Who
not.
else?
that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a great question though. We should change the question. Which actor or actress would you want is good enough in your opinion? Because it should be an honor to serve in any of these movies. Who's the one actor or actress you would nominate or pick that should appear and would do a great job in all 4 properties?
Oscar
Patrick
Isaac.
Stewart.
Oscar Isaac.
I say Oscar Isaac.
That's interesting.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart is too fucking old.
That's great. He could play either a crazy Imperial warlord or something, or some ancient Jedi thing.
Yeah.
In the DC space, he could play a crazy warlord or a crazy Jedi thing.
Oh my God. I mean, Patrick Stewart's a good one. Oscar Isaac is so versatile. I agree with that. Chris Pine, by the way, is a person. Another nomination.
Is a
DC
person?
Is a person.
Is a person. Is it actually confirmed person? Who would I pick? Damn. I don't know.
I mean, if you open up to some other
Shah
French-
Rukh Khan, because he's Indian.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. That's a good one.
Michael B. Jordan
As
would be
someone
great.
to
Yeah.
appear in everything.
Well, a female actress. We've only said it once again.
That's
Male
true.
actresses,
That's true.
male actors. I'm trying to think what female actors have crossed over in multiple as well.
Yeah. And by the way, are we limiting our list to people who've appeared or
No,
people
it could be
haven't?
anybody. It
Could
could
be anyone?
literally be anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, so if we're gonna have to do this exercise, you gotta name some characters that you think they can play from each one. That's the question. That's the real question. So, pick an actor and actress who can play, iconic characters in all 4 properties, right? So, that could be a good question for next time. Margot Robbie, yeah. But okay, so people who are commenting try and think of characters that you'd want to see them in each property. And they don't have to be new characters who are already, they can be any character you want. Like, if you were going to remake your ideal universe with.
So let's lock it in. So next Monday for our next Shoot the Shit, Was It Good?
Yeah.
We'll talk about our version of the EGOT.
Yeah.
We'll do a little bit more research, see if there is any actors or actresses that have done 3 or more. And maybe we'll each come up with an ideal candidate of someone who should fulfill that and characters they should play.
Yeah. I'm gonna
But
I'm
I think that'll be fun.
gonna do real quick. Help me out real quick. Is an exercise in one dimensionality. The Rock, because he's bald, so he can play Charles Xavier in Marvel. He can play.
He's playing Black Adam in DC.
He's playing Black Adam DC. What's a bald character from Star Wars and Star Trek?
Star Trek, half of the captains are bald.
Oh, so he can play Picard. He can play The Rock is Picard, and then Star Wars. Quick.
For who? I wasn't listening.
The Rock. The Rock is gonna be my nomination. Not my nomination. My fake nomination. So where you said he's Black Adam. He could play Charles Xavier. He could play Captain Picard.
And
Who can he play in Star
he
Wars?
should play like a giant death trooper.
No.
He can play the Enforcer, and he's in it for like 2 seconds. And
Who's the Enforcer?
he just plays like an Enforcer type character, like a Boba Fett, a Captain Phasma type character, where he looks intimidating, and he's basically tripped and falls.
No,
over
he
and
should play
that's it.
He should play Darth Vader. When you take the helmet off, he's bald. He'll play Darth Vader. Boom. There we go.
Why are you recasting iconic characters? They
Because
should
that's
be new characters.
that's the
Giancarlo
exercise.
Esposito should play someone in all 4 because
could.
he's amazing.
He could.
He should just play Gus in different ways in all 4 properties.
I mean, that is who he is.
You have something that I want.
Is that your? Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we're good. We're getting out of here. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Follow us on all the socials.